What's up internet, welcome to Mo's Garage. So in a previous video I replaced the wheels and the tires on the Xterra, but something that I didn't mention in that video is that I also replaced the TPMS sensor. So my TPMS sensor light has now been on for quite a while now, and I think it's time that I finally go ahead and address it. Alright everyone, so resetting the TPMS on your Xterra or similar Nissan is actually super simple, and I'm going to be covering two different methods of how to do so. So the first one's going to take you about 30 minutes, and it's the least expensive method. You're going to need a tire pressure gauge, a paper clip, and an air compressor. Now the air compressor doesn't have to be your own, it could be from a gas station to fill up your tires. Now for the second method, it only takes about 5 minutes, but it does require you to spend a couple dollars. You're going to need a special TPMS tool just like this one. Thankfully these only cost $10 to $20 on Amazon, and then you're also going to need a paper clip. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do the first method. That takes about 30 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and jump to the second one, which should only take about 5. Alright everyone, so the first step to resetting the TPMS light is to go ahead and set your tire pressure so that each tire is 3 psi less than the last one. So here on screen you can see that the first one starts at 35 psi, and then each tire will go 3 psi less. Alright, once you have your tire pressure set, we're going to come down here underneath the dash, and we're going to go ahead and find this little pigtail right here. So this is the connector that the dealership will use to reset the TPMS light. So we're also going to use this little connector to go ahead and reset the TPMS light. The way we're going to accomplish that is by grounding it 6 times using a paper clip. So all you got to do is you got to go ahead and stick a paper clip right here behind the pigtail so that it touches the bare metal on the back of the plug. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and turn the key to the on position without starting the vehicle, and then we're going to ground this paper clip to the frame right here of this OBD2 plug. We're going to do that 6 times within 10 seconds. Alright, so let's go ahead and stick our key in the ignition. Then we're going to turn it to the on position and ground this paper clip 6 times. Alright, so that's on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, go ahead and remove the paper clip. Alright, so as you guys can see right now, my TPMS light is blinking. The car is on the on position. What we want to do now is we do not want to turn this off. We want to go ahead and start the car. Then we want to go ahead and drive until that light turns solid. And then from there we should be able to return back to the garage and fill up the tires with the correct tire pressure, and then that should clear the light. So let's go ahead and go for the drive, and then I'll catch you guys after. Alright, so I'm back from the drive, and you can see here that the TPMS light is now solid, and that's just because all my tires are currently at different tire pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those up, and then I'm going to drive around for a little bit afterwards, and that should clear the light. So I'm going to go ahead and set all my tires to 32 psi, and then I'll follow up with you guys afterwards. Alright, so my tires are inflated up to 35 psi, and as you can see right here, my TPMS light is no longer on, so I'm super happy about that. Alright everyone, so now that you guys saw how quick and easy that first method was, let's go ahead and talk about the second one. So the second one, unlike the first one, you don't need to deflate your tires to different PSI levels. You can leave them all at 35 PSI. You will need to then go ahead and ground that little pigtail 6 times within 10 seconds of turning the ignition switch. Then once you have that done, you can go ahead and go around all 4 tires, starting with the front driver's side, then going on to the front passenger side rear tire, and then over to the rear driver's side. And you're going to just go ahead and you're going to aim that little tool to the sidewall of the tire where the TPMS sensor is, and then once you're done going around the car, that's it, you're done. Alright guys, so as you guys just saw in the video, the TPMS reset on the Xterra was a success. This job was very easy, quick, and very inexpensive. At this point, I'm not sure why it took so long to do this job. But anyways, before I let you guys go, I do want to give you a couple notes on some things that I noticed when I was doing this job. While I was driving and I had all my tire pressures at different levels, the TPMS light was blinking, but then it just completely turned off, and that was a little worrisome because I wasn't expecting that to happen. But after about a minute or two, it just came back up solid. And after I set my tire pressure to 35 psi for all of the tires, and I drove around for another minute or so, the light just completely went out. So if that happens to you, that's part of the process. There's no need to worry. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.